I know I talk to you guys a lot about, alpha energy and stuff like that. And I really want to expand on that a little bit more. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that sometimes when I explain things, I want to do a little research on my own because, some things come natural to people, some things don't. I know this comes natural for me, so I don't want to be a person who don't teach you guys on how to become what you want to become, especially this alpha, right? So I want to say this. So have you ever had any problems with being assertive, with standing up for yourself? This is the video for you. We're going to talk about that and much more. So let's start off by saying, my first test, I own a business and own a company. So, I showed up, you know what I mean? I do my normal things that I do all the time for my business, but I quit overthinking. I was overthinking a lot. And sometimes when you overthink a lot, sometimes what happens, you overthink so much it slows your production down. So now I just show up and be a boss. I I am what I am first and foremost, but now I show up just to be a boss all day long, all the time, no matter what. In traffic, let's keep it real. In traffic, like I don't, like I used to have a lot of road rage. Man, I used to chase people down, man. I used to stare them down. I used to keep little batteries in my car, chuck it at them. Ha! An old Pepsi can. Ha! I was so emotional right there, man. But like, I told myself, I said, you know what? I'm gonna make sure I stay into real silverback, real alpha energy. You know what I mean? So, I'm going through my days of just doing this research, and I'm thinking like, man, I'm really applying myself here. I'm really doing this right here. You know what I mean? Even with women, right? You need to check your vibe and make sure you have calm pressure, because sometimes, I could be a little animated. I'm just talking about for me. I could be a little animated. Sometimes, we may be feeling away. We may feel away because, something happened throughout the day. Like I said, overthinking, doing things you normally wouldn't do. And sometimes you get a little upset or something. You may bring that energy. So, just less barking and just continue to be the cool, chill person that you can be with that alpha energy you got, man. Right? Have you ever felt like, because I know I feel it all the time. Sometimes I feel disrespected way too much, right? I get disrespected so much that, I get disrespected in comments on YouTube. In my real world, people won't say it to my face, but they say it to other people, and I'm cool with that, right? But I've learned not to feed into any of the negativity. I don't do any of the negativity. None at all. None at all. You know what I mean? And so many times we feed into that negativity that shows weakness. That's not alpha energy. We have to allow people to do what they do, but we can't give them the satisfaction of angering us. We can't, right? All I know is that this change that I've made, you can definitely make easily, right? Another point, when the money is slowed up, when you hustle real hard, but your money is slowed up, man, you can't be a little punk when it's slowed up. You have to maintain the same level of grind. You have to be heavy with your approach. Heavy. I don't even know how a lot of people can live without some type of level of discipline. And that's a pretty good discipline. And it's something about recognizing who you are and figuring that out. And when you do, you really, really figure that out, right? And I'm gonna tell you, over this time, in this little span of time, you can really look in the mirror and you can really see exactly what's going on in your life. You can see it clear as day. right? But what I want to tell you in every way is that I've noticed little things that I've done over the weeks to make sure that one of them was, I don't jump in all my text messages. I don't jump in every text. I'm normally silent, but I got group texts, I got straight texts. Sometimes I don't reply. Sometimes I just don't reply, right? So, at the end of the day, you got to make sure you maintain your own peace, and that's one of them for me, right? That's one of them, right? You got to plan to switch it up, stay cool, whatever you did, and pivot like a straight G. You got to pivot sometimes. Sometimes life is going to send you certain things, and you're just like, what I was doing was not me. And like even with my channel now, I had to make a pivot, man, and wanted to spit straight game. I said to myself, I'm a lot better with just spitting straight game. A whole lot better. I will say though, every room that I walk in, every move that I take, my shoulders are high, my energy is higher. I'm very confident in my journey, whatever that is. And I think that's a part of, having that straight alpha energy also, right? You can't even get heated. Keep your face, your tone, your voice cool. Just be in control of that. You got to be in control of your own peace, man. You got to be in control of your own peace. Let me give you an example. I'm in, I have my own security company, so I had to work for one of my employees, man, and I went to the location. We're at an ATM location, and I'm guarding the technician, and this guy wrote up and said, "Hey man, I need that ATM," and we're just getting started. So was like, "Nah, it's closed. You got to go to another one." I ain't going to another one. I said, "Well, you don't got to go anywhere you don't want to go, sir, but you're not using this one." He said, "What you gonna do?" This is what he's telling me. What you gonna do? Now, for me, I said to myself, there's a couple things I can do. I can pepper spray you, take you to a knee. Right? I got a pistol on me. That's not an option. I said, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna tell him again his warning. But if he gets close or anything, then I'm gonna zap him. None of that happened. But what I did was I just ignored all of the energy that guy was giving me. And then told him to have a good day when he walked away. That really pissed him off. So I'm just telling y'all, use your mind against ignorant people. Use your mind. And this is why it's so, so, so important that we take heed to what life brings us. Life is going to bring us so many things that we got to sometimes pivot to. We can't be down in the dumps. We can't do any of that. We have to have a certain level of strength. We got to have a certain strong mindset. And you got to be a straight silverback man outside, man, because if you're not, it's going to be very difficult for you. My name is Mr. 1950, the last traditional man on the planet. Go ahead and subscribe to me, Mr. 1950, on YouTube. Also, I have a membership, a mentorship I call it. It's called gatewaythegame.com. Please change something today, or tomorrow will be worse. Trust me. Peace.